France's lower house of parliament has approved a public ban on face-covering Islamic veils. As the law passed its latest hurdle, a senior minister in the French government described the burqa as a walking coffin and a muzzle. Well, the law is expected to be ratified by the French Senate in September. But as our Europe correspondent Emma Alberici reports, the vote has created a backlash.
The law telling women what not to wear has widespread support among French people and the country's National Assembly.
Here are the results. Votes for 335, against 1.
The legislation would make it illegal for women to wear their face-covering veils, the burqa or the niqab, in public.
Quelle grave erreur de dire!
This law does not stigmatise Islam. It condemns the burqa, which is not a religious garment, but instead a symbol of oppression. The vast majority of Muslims reject the wearing of the veil.
Anissa, a French Muslim woman living in Paris, has been wearing her veil for 2 years. She intends to keep it on, despite potential on-the-spot fines of $220.
Les lois internationales.
I think this is against international law, but personally speaking, removing my veil is against my conscience, and I won't take it off.
Men found to be forcing their wives to wear the burqa face much harsher penalties, fines of $43,000 and a year in jail.
I am in favour of the burqa ban. I think people cannot be identified. It is not good for security.
France has the largest Muslim population in Europe, but less than 2,000 women in the country are said to cover their faces. There are still questions about how the ban will be enforced. French police are concerned that they might become the targets of Islamic extremists angered by the new law.
Our concern is that some people will be manipulated by extremists and cause trouble on the streets when we stop them.
The law is now expected to be passed by the Senate in September, but might face opposition on its final hurdle at France's Council of State. It's an entirely independent legislative body, which earlier this year warned that the burqa ban may be unconstitutional because it doesn't allow freedom of expression.
The government is going too far today on a text that has a strong risk of being censored, and that can therefore give reason tomorrow to the most extremist communities in our country to say that they won against what the Republic was trying to impose on them.
Some French women are already considering a challenge to the lawmakers at the European Court of Human Rights.
I'll see if I'm to be fined by policemen. If they fine me, I will turn to human rights in the name of my freedom.
Other governments across Western Europe are also considering a ban on the burqa. Legislation has already passed the lower house of the Belgian Parliament, while in Italy, Spain and here in the UK, moves are also afoot to introduce similar laws. Muslim women who want to continue wearing the burqa have an ally in French Muslim tycoon Rachid Nekaz, who has established a $2 million fund to cover any fines that might be imposed. Emma Alberici, Lateline.